When it comes to commercial snow removal, look to Tovar Snow Professionals. With the largest snow and ice management fleet in the Midwest, Tovar delivers top-notch commercial sidewalk and parking lot clearing services, even in winter's worst weather conditions. With their 24-hour live office staff, certified meteorologist, and personal service, they are leaders in professional snow removal. To get a free estimate for snow removal on your site, go to baseball.tovarsnow.com or call 844-GO-TOVAR. That number again is 844-GO-TOVAR. Tovar Snow Professionals, Chicago's snow plowing leader. Tovar is an equal opportunity employer.
We're Cubs fans helping Cubs fans at Stewart's Cubs cave parties. Everybody's in for giving back to those in need. We're going to Club 400. Club 400. We're going to Club 400. Club 400. We're going to Club 400 Radio.
It's been a while, William, but the Club 400 podcast is on the air, and this is very special. This is event week, guys.
And guess who's in the booth with us tonight?
Nicole's here.
She's here. She was on time.
Yours truly.
She was on time.
Yeah.
Sort of.
On time? Well, it's because you guys let me know what time we're meeting.
Right.
That's why.
True.
That's
good
why
point.
I'm here.
Yeah, good point.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, she's here in the house. It's event week.
Lots of stuff going on. William, I just put you to work for how long? Like 4 hours?
Pretty much, yeah.
I made him like, you should have saw William. He's sweating. I mean, I was sweating too. I'm not going to lie.
You did give me a little bottle of water, which is
so
very
kind.
nice. It was
generous.
You know, it was cold, too.
You know those little bottles?
Yeah, the little mini bottle of water.
The one sipper for me, pretty much. You know.
So we got a bunch of fun stuff tonight. One thing we're going to do a little bit later is we're going to talk about behind the scenes. Getting ready for a party. Yep. It's getting ready for party week. We've never done a show getting ready for party week.
I'll tell you what.
You're usually too stressed to do a podcast.
Let me tell you something. Like, we usually don't do a podcast before the party. Like me and Nicole were talking about this earlier. Like, I think we started talking to Stroman's people maybe in December of, you know.
Yep.
And I'll be honest with you guys. I'll be honest with the audience. Like, I've worked on a lot of these events, obviously, and the Stroman people have been really easy to deal with the whole entire time, which made it a lot less stressful for me, made it a lot less stressful for you, Nicole, and sure. It's been awesome. So hats off to Adam, who runs the HDMH Foundation. Height doesn't matter, heart. And they're going to have a booth set up in the backyard. They're going to be selling some awesome swag out there. Yeah.
Some swag. That's awesome.
So that's awesome. We got a lot of good things to talk about. I did want to bring up really first because he's very near and dear to me, and I didn't really want to say anything, but I got a call from the guy who made the statue. Is actually, if you go back in our podcast, what episode? That was like early on, wasn't it, William?
You're just going to throw it. It was 29.
Yeah, episode, no. But anyways.
how about I'll repost it? That would be the easiest.
Why don't you repost it? It's probably
that was one of the best podcasts.
I think it was one of the best podcasts.
Oh, my gosh, with John and Lou.
Yeah, John Lou
the artist,
and
the artist and the sculptor.
John Iwanowski. And Lou Sella. Lou called me. Listen, this is an awesome story. This is didn't want to say anything, but Lou called me at like 8 o'clock on a Wednesday, and he said, "Hey, Stu, I know it's last minute, but would you like to come and see the Fergie statue?" Now, this was before it was bronzed and everything, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Yeah, I mean, I would love to go see it." So it was like later in the evening. I said, "What time you want me there?" I think he said like noon. I said, "I'll be there." You know, I think, and then so I called Nicole the next morning. I'm like, "Hey, I'm going to take you for a little ride. You want to take a ride?" And she didn't know where we were going, and I'm like,
I had no clue. No clue.
So we pull up into this old building. It looked like it looked like an older building. Yeah. It didn't look like anything special. And Lou met us outside, brought us in, and it was like we went through the back door pretty much.
We couldn't bring cell phones in.
Yeah, we couldn't bring cell phones in.
No pictures.
And there it was, right when we turned our corner. The statue.
It was huge.
Of Fergie. Yeah.
It was huge.
It was cool.
It was still completely, like, the clay was still wet. I mean, it hadn't even been.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? Here's the thing. A lot of people were coming up to, and they're like, "Man, the Fergie statue looks like crap," or whatever. And I'm like, you guys... So when they do these statues...
Someone said that too.
Well, no. When they do these statues, usually there's not leaks, all right? Just so you guys know, this statue is the worst leaked statue of all time, because a lot of times you don't even know the pose. Everybody knew the pose going into Friday. Everybody knew what exactly was going to look like. And let's just put it this way: it wasn't the statue company who leaked the pictures. But anyway, so like the pictures that people were seeing on the internet was before it was bronzed.
Okay.
And before it was colored.
Okay. So that's why they thought it didn't look good.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Because they're used to the other ones.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, right.
The polished, finished.
Right.
Yeah, this was all clay. Like, like it was really cool at the very end of we went on a whole entire tour. I don't think I can get in trouble saying this, but he's like, oh, I got another surprise behind this door for you. And it's Kobe Bryant. And his head's on the floor, and then he's got his whole body except for his head. His head's on the floor.
In clay.
Obviously going to be put at the Staples Center someday. Pretty soon, I'm guessing, but pretty cool that they're doing, obviously.
400 road trip, Staples Center.
Yeah, exactly.
See Kobe.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
that's really cool.
I think that's pretty much well-known news that they're going to do a statue of Kobe, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but
probably.
Yeah, Lou Cella's doing it.
So
one of his people.
And remember, we got to see Shaq's shoe.
Yeah,
that
was pretty cool.
Oh,
enormous.
I'll tell you one of these days, and we probably could arrange it for the Stroman event, that we could do a tour of Lou's place. Pretty amazing, all the stuff they've done. They've done every Cubs statue at Wrigley Field.
And Nicole, just so you know, you should probably listen to this episode, because it was seriously one of the best we've done. It was a two-parter.
Definitely was. Because it was so long. We broke it into two parts.
Break into two parts. It was that good. Yeah. But we now, anytime we go anywhere, we check the statues to see if it's one of Lou's or not. Like
always, like when we were in South Bend. And that was Lou's statue.
Yep.
Dang.
But yeah, I mean, what we basically do in that podcast. And that podcast wasn't good because of me and William. It was good because of our guests, And these guys pretty much broke down each statue, told us the story of the statue, like some of the problems and trials and tribulations of doing a statue. Yeah. And awesome, because they told us, like for instance, is that Sammy Sosa down below by Harry in the crowd? Yeah. And it is. That was supposed to be Sammy Sosa. Yeah. Wow. All those stories are covered in that podcast, so check it out. But big congratulations to Fergie Jenkins. I mean, he deserves a statue, and he finally got his due. It was awesome.
Were you going to mention what you and I got to do with the statue before we left?
Go ahead. I'll let you bring that up,
I thought
Nicole.
that was pretty cool. So
yeah.
Lou brought us over and handed us this little instrument, like for the clay. And he goes, I want you guys to add a little bit of a pinstripe.
Nice.
So Stu and I both got to add a pinstripe to the statue. So we could kind of like...
Did you write Club 400 on yours? Like,
I was thinking about it.
I did, and then he erased it. And he's like, Nicole, you can't do that. I was like, sorry.
And then they gave us this tool, a texture around it. Just gave a little bit of texture. But the details that are in this statue is crazy.
Yeah.
You know? It's pretty amazing.
I mean, you look at all of them. Yeah, he is, definitely.
So our first guest ever was obviously Tom Ricketts in 2014 for Nick Sheridan. By the way, if you're check out article in USA Today. It just came out.
Yeah.
It's part of the news and notes.
Bob Nightingale.
Bob Nightingale wrote us a nice thing in the USA Today. Check it out. Just go to Twitter if you want to look at Bob's latest tweet. It's kind of like the weekend update. A nice story on us. So we want to say thanks to Bob Nightingale, who we actually hung out with when we were in Mesa, Arizona this year and had a great time.
He's a great guy.
And he might come to the party. I think he's 50-50 at this point in time. But appreciate the national exposure, Bob. And, you never know what happens because of things like that. Like when you're out, when you get nationwide attention, it's awesome.
Gives you some street cred.
Exactly. Bob's a great guy.
You got a ton of that, don't you, William?
I do. Just hanging around Stu. I mean, I get street
Everybody knows Stu.
So, anyways, I always remember this. I wanted to bring it up because it's a personal story with Fergie Jenkins. A couple of good stories about Fergie, but so when he came out here, we had Ricketts first, and I think Fergie was second, and Kerry Wood was the first. Kerry Wood, no. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back in the history of Club 400. Well, I don't even know if you weren't hanging out with me back then. But Fergie was one of our first guests, and we actually just picked him up at the airport ourselves, and we brought him out here, and he's like, yeah, what do you guys want to do, go to lunch? I'm like, yeah. Well, I mean, that was like my first time ever doing anything with Club 400, and this is the fact that I got to go to lunch with Fergie at my brother has a local golf club, and we hung out there and had lunch with them, and then Fergie's just an unbelievable guy. I've met a lot of guys at Club 400. Not a lot of guys like him. He's very humble. He's just a very good person. He's been through a lot. Like if you ever watch that documentary on, Marquee Network, you'll probably learn about a lot of things about Fergie that you never had. But I always remember the next day I was driving. We were going to drive Fergie back, and we went out to a restaurant, and he's like, "Hey, where's your brother at?" And I said, "Oh man, he's got the flu, the liquid flu." And he goes, "Well, let's go over there and bring up some pancakes." And I'm like, "Are you serious?" So yeah, Fergie orders a short stack of pancakes. We drive over to Eric's house. We open up his garage door. We walk into his house unannounced. He's sitting on his chair, and here's Fergie Jenkins in front of him, handing him pancakes. A Hall of Famer.
Man.
I mean, the guy's got a statue.
Hall of Fame pancakes.
So that was awesome. But Fergie touched my whole entire family's heart, and we just I obviously wanted to be there for his big day, and it was obviously on Marquee Network. I'm sure they'll play it again, but check it out. Wonderful tribute to a wonderful man. So Fergie Jenkins. What'd you think about it, Nicole?
I thought it was fantastic. I thought they did a great
There
job.
had a lot of people there.
A ton of people, but it meant a little bit more being able to know that we saw the statue ahead of time and then
nice.
seeing it bronze and with the color and everybody there appreciating
And the
him
statue
and
roll was great.
It was
Cubs
great.
did a good
I
job
love
with
how
that.
They moved everything.
Yeah, it makes sense to do it there. I mean,
I'd like to know who's going to take the empty ones, though. That's what I want to know.
I know. Well, Sandberg would be next, in my opinion. I don't know, but I mean, that was a thing. When we were sitting there on Friday and we were hanging out Gallagher Way, I was like, man, this is so cool because it's been the first time they've ever been to use it like for a pregame, celebration like that where, we've been dealing with all this stuff, but like it was normal out. Everything was cool. It was a great weather. And I'm like, man, this is awesome that you're able to do this in front of Wrigley Field now in a grassy area.
They had a blue carpet.
Yeah. They did a great job. You could drink beer outside. Everything was great. It was fun. We had a great time. And Nicole, you got to go to a club.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
No.
thanks to Amanda for getting us those tickets. Maker's Mark Club.
I didn't even know that existed.
William, you
I
should
didn't even know that
have
was
saw
there.
her walking down the stairs.
Oh, my gosh.
Amanda Elliott, thank you so much for the tickets.
She was awesome.
Yeah.
She's awesome. I didn't. So you walk in and you go downstairs. Everyone's like, yeah, we all know this, Nicole, but I really had no clue. You walk downstairs and there's all of these like tables and chairs, a sweet bar. The food was insane. And all these people are like just kind of hanging around. I'm like, what in the Sam? This is crazy. It was awesome.
And Jimmy was bartending?
Oh,
Jimmy was
great.
bartending.
Oh, he's so great. I love him.
So, yeah, I was meeting up with Tom Warman, which I was going to talk to him about him in a little bit. And he had an autograph ticket for Fergie on Saturday morning. So he's like, hey, do you want to meet Fergie on Saturday morning? I'm like, well, I met him plenty of times, but I'd like to congratulate him, And I got a ball autograph that will be used in this Friday's auction. And Tom had a base from the game. And then I was like, man, I should have got a base. So I ended up walking over there, and they had a couple left. I bought one for myself for the Club 400 condo, which is finished. Oh, I mean, we're almost finished with it. Like,
oh, man.
I can't wait. It's looking good, you guys. I mean,
It's smoking. It's smoking.
I mean, that's the thing. Having this party this Friday and then the condo. Oh, we are so close to finishing up. I want to say thanks to Kathy Weedley. She's in there painting right now. And I think that we're going to do Club 400 justice with Club 400 Chicago. I think we're going to do it great justice.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's not going to be as much memorabilia in there, but this is going to be the coolest hangout spot close to Wrigley Field. And we're going to save us a lot of money on beer and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to it. And but anyways, end up getting a base signed for this Friday's event. And Fergie, so that was this base used on Friday for the game. And it has the templates on the side, and Fergie actually signed it with the statue date. Nice. It's awesome, Stu. That's a great item. They sold out of the bases because actually I went and met Fergie on Saturday and through a connection, Wes Jamison, as we all know. And I was like, Wes.
Shout out to Cub fans from Oklahoma.
We love Cub fans from Oklahoma. They've always supported us. We love those guys. And I called Wes. I said, you know where Fergie's at? He said, he's in the W Club. And I was like, he's like, just come out here and, he'll come up and sign it. So I went to the W Club and I said, just let, Fergie knows I'm coming. Can you just walk me down there or whatever? Because I didn't have a ticket. So they walked me down there and, it was Fergie, Wes, and his daughter. And she's like, she was so mad she didn't get a base. So I said, oh man, you got to get a base. So I walked her down to Cubs Authentics. They had one left. And we had to negotiate for a while because I said, hey, I don't think I should buy this. I don't think she should buy it. I think the Cubs should just give it to her, you know?
Absolutely.
But they had to go through some phone calls, and I will say that Pat Gostel, Cubs Authentics.
Mr.
comes
Ricketts
through
on line
again.
one.
Yeah, right. So the Cubs gave her the base.
That's
and
awesome.
she just got back to Canada today and just sent me a nice text thanking me because she just finished her woman cave.
Now
Nice.
did he sign hers?
Well, that's what the joke was at the table. He's like, I'll sign yours too if you want.
If you want.
That's kind of a joke.
Yeah.
But, you know.
That's
But Fergie's awesome. So, yeah, make sure you look at that awesome item. And, like, Tom set me up big time. Tom, as you know, is one of the big memorabilia collectors and one of the best, I think, and reputable guys around. You know, also does the memorabilia displays at Wrigley Field. He got me some items for these the auctions. He got me all these champagne bottles, autograph, Fanatics certified of Clubhouse Championships, and I think it's 17 and 18. These things are awesome. Rizzo written all over the date, the score of the Cubs game, and he signed them. Those are going to be available this Friday also. And we have 3 baseballs from the 2016 season that were pitched to Anthony Rizzo that he signed for us. So we got game used baseballs.
Ooh.
And Nicole, why don't you tell everybody out there a little bit about what Stroman's bringing to the table?
I talked to his mom.
We got some game used stuff coming, I think.
Kind of do.
Yeah.
We've got some bats, some signed bats. I don't know exactly who, but I know we have. This one might be mine. We have a bobblehead signed, a Patrick Wisdom bobblehead signed.
nice.
By Patrick Wisdom.
By the way, thank you, Patrick Wisdom, for doing that.
Big shout out.
I think
to
he
Patrick
wanted to be
Wisdom.
+1. He wanted to be someone's +1, didn't he?
Mine.
We should have just invited him. See if he would have came.
Yeah, it's a day
Yeah.
off for the
The Cubs are not even playing.
They're in
All right.
town.
I just-
and
you know,
it's a
the-
day
I
off.
just want to make sure we're not taking away.
Yeah, I
from
don't want to take away from Stroman
That's
either.
the
And you know
thing.
what? Who knows? We might do another thing with Wisdom and Schwindel, 2 of my favorite guys ever. Back-to-back jacks on.
Wisdom, baby.
Yeah,
That
Wisdom.
was amazing.
Wisdom on his bobblehead day.
I know.
He's by the way,
He did
he's
it.
hit home runs now. He hit one today. I think
he did?
it's 4
I didn't watch
games
the
in a
game.
row now.
That's
something like that.
amazing.
He's
That's
on
awesome.
fire.
Yeah. So we got a lot of good stuff coming that Marcus has hooked us up with.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have
So,
awesome stuff.
yeah,
I wanted
it's
to point
gonna
out,
be good.
Bill Watts made a sign that I think is his best sign
Killer.
so far.
Oh my
For
gosh.
sure.
It's
I want
amazing.
that
If you're
sign.
not picking up on this, if you're coming to the party,
Bring some money.
bring some money.
Or bring your
This would be
credit card.
This would be the one. It's been a long time since you've had a full-blown, big, huge party, and, this is the one.
Yeah.
This is the one that's
Oh, yeah.
got great, incredible stuff. Didn't even get into the clothes. The Stro Show clothing
Oh my
line.
gosh, the
Oh,
t-shirts
some of our
look
best shirts.
awesome.
I'm wearing a Stro Show hat right now, and I love these
You're
hats.
rocking the Stro
Yeah.
Show.
I like it.
The hats came out really
I think
good.
Marcus is. I don't know which color. We got 3 colors. We have white, blue, and then we have a gray. Gray, right?
Yep.
So
Nice charcoal.
yeah. So Nicole did really good. Obviously, Obvious Shirts. Joe at Obvious Shirts hooked us up. We
that
got
a
the Stro
compliment?
Show
it's
shirts.
2
No,
today.
Nicole did pretty good lately. She bought the nice.
He always backtracks. When you point it out, he backtracks. So we shouldn't point it out anymore.
The compliments, we got to
We
write
should
it down.
Keep a separate
I got a
tally,
compliment
though.
from
Yeah,
Stu.
That's 2
I,
today.
I have witnesses.
I did want to point out too. A guy I met who's doing some custom work at my condo, Chris Lemke, and his dad Mike did some. Oh, Chris is actually he actually makes his own bobbleheads, and he themes them up. So he's made some. I think he's made 3 or 4 custom bobbleheads that'll be signed beforehand.
They look
and they'll
sharp.
be, yeah. Did you see them?
Yeah,
they're
upstairs.
awesome.
one of a kind. One
Yeah.
of one.
I got one that I'm keeping for
Super
myself,
cute.
but
I like 'em.
they're awesome. Dan St. Clair, of course, is always. Austin Plock is going to be here. We're auctioning off the poker table, the Ryan Dempster one, because the person who won it last time, they actually gave it back to us to use it for
Donated
another
it.
event.
Awesome.
Nice.
So, of course, we got John Benedict, the Cubs organist, coming here.
Johnny
Ray
B.
Burst. Who's our hostess with the mostest on this party?
You mean our MC?
Yeah,
That's Joe Kilgallen.
he's coming.
He did well. He was our MC for Dumpster. He did awesome.
Oh, he was great.
He is so good.
He's fantastic.
He's very easy. He kind of works the crowd.
Yeah, very funny.
Now, in case you guys didn't know, he's a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
So not only can he MC really well and keep the crowd going, but then he, throws these funny jokes all the time, keeps people involved. He's great.
Oh, he's a quick wit guy.
Oh,
and
he's
I love his
fast.
recaps, by the way. Joe, you're doing a good job on the recap show.
And then we got our David Booth coming.
David Booth
Our
coming, the magician, the
He's-
main man.
Hold on. right. I've been waiting a long time to play that one.
That was for you, David.
David Booth, shout out.
Haven't seen him in a while.
And he's literally, I think, one of my very favorite parts of these events because he's so good at what he does. It's not his full-time job.
Right.
No, grilling on Weber Grills is his full-time job.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he makes great chicken wings too.
If you guys are here on Friday, make sure you find him and watch some of his tricks. He blows my mind. It's
amazing.
Blows my mind. He's my favorite.
Well, one of the great things about having him out is, like obviously we'll have him do a trick for Stroman, which is cool, And I think the players always enjoy that stuff. Everybody loves magic. Who doesn't like magic?
But he's so good. Like he's just so chill.
He's so chill.
He's
so chill.
A better magic trick than him at one of your parties. A little trivia question. We might have to have a trivia book of questions. Do you have any idea? The person who did a better magic trick than David Booth. There's no possible way he could ever have beat this trick.
I mean, you pull a disappearing act quite a bit at my parties, William. Like, you just disappear. Was that you? Because you pull disappearing acts. Like, by the way, at our last volunteer meeting, William was sitting down in his chair, and then I realized his move. So he made his way to the back room. I'm like, he's gone.
I told you I had to go.
And then 5 minutes later, he's gone. But I was going to call him out, like, William, you're not leaving. And then the next thing you know, it was too late.
But it was not me.
The guy's actually very fast on his feet.
All right, I'll give you a hint. It was the Carl Edwards Jr. party. Magic trick.
I don't remember.
Dorothy Farrell.
The mouse.
The mouse.
I don't think Nicole knows about the mouse.
I don't know about the mouse.
Nah,
Shout out to Dorothy, by the way.
Yeah, 90s.
I'll tell you what. I was at the game not too long ago, and YMCA came on, and I looked at her seat. She wasn't there. She's usually working the crowd, and
she just had a birthday.
Yeah, she just had a birthday.
Not doing great, but
I feel like Cubs need to do a little bit and recognize her.
Yeah.
She's legendary in the
Cubs legendary,
community,
yeah.
and they need to.
She's actually,
her.
besides having that nasty disease. What's the
Alzheimer's?
Alzheimer's, yeah. I mean, besides that, she's actually pretty healthy. Yeah. That's such a terrible disease. My friend's mother, Dave Dew, his mother died of it not long ago, and it's the worst because your parents are still there. Your loved one, we should say, is still there, but they're not there anymore.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's terrible. I've talked. I mean, Dorothy. It feels like she's gone, but she's still here. She just. So shout out to Dorothy. We love you. And you know what? We were gathering some pictures, and I saw a bunch of pictures of her the other day, and I miss her. I miss her being here. And I just miss everything about her. She lit up the room. When she was in the room, she was in the room. So
especially when she was telling her joke.
Exactly. Well, we could tell Nicole about that later.
Yeah, we'll tell her.
Yeah, I
want to
hear about it.
Not a show.
So yeah, a lot of great things going on. Lost Boys. This event is going to help out the Lost Boys. 25% to the Lost Boys, 25% to Club 400, and the
That's
other 50.
first.
Yeah, first time that ever happened.
First
That was
time.
another thing. HDMH. That was their idea. Like, we'll give you guys a portion of the proceeds since you guys are doing great things. So. I mean, yeah, this is a history for us because it's the first time we've ever did a party where we're going to get 25%.
Right. Any of the proceeds, because Club 400 always gives 100% away.
Yep.
I mean, obviously minus our
Costs.
all of our costs for the party, but
Right.
everything always goes. So this is kind of cool.
Oh, it's going to be
We
good.
can use that.
Randall Roadhouse is going to be.
Dennis, shout out to Dennis.
Yeah, he's the
such
best.
a good guy. He's taking care of us. It's amazing. The menu, you guys, that he's coming up with, the food's going to be
It's
fantastic.
too bad he can't take the night off and just come over here and enjoy it.
I know. He was thinking. He told me. No, actually, at the after party, we're going to have wings and rings. Boneless wings here.
And Don
I
Sub.
finalized
Don't
that.
forget about
And Don subs. And Don
Don't
subs.
forget.
So wings and subs for the late night crowd.
Nice.
That's only the VIP party.
I won't be sneaking out early for that.
You better not.
No.
10 to 12 VIP only. That's what we're going to do.
Jim and Justin will be playing.
Oh, it's going to be good.
And then they're also going to be jamming with our band. Felix and Fingers, a member of the Felix and Fingers. I don't know who the other guy is, but they're going to come out and we're going to have dueling pianos. That's going to be awesome. We've never had anything like that.
And Johnny B's going to kind of like get in there and work it
Well,
a
I
little
think
bit.
Johnny B and both Jimmy and Justin, between these guys, are all
It's gonna be-
friends.
the
could be
entertainment.
could be a big jam out.
Yeah.
Jam session.
If you guys like music.
So that's
Friday
fun.
night.
We got a lot of action coming up this Friday night at Club 400. Marcus Stroman. And you know what? I did want to point out, too, if you're coming to the party, the party's already going to be started without you, actually. No, we're bringing in the Lost Boys. They're taking a bus. I think about 30 children are coming out, and they're going to spend an hour with Marcus just privately, and they're going to get a gift from him. And I think they're going to hang out and get their picture taken, and they're going to leave a little bit early. But so proud to have the Lost Boys involved. They're so proud to bring the kids in here too, and to make them. Think if you're a kid and you're going to this man cave and you get to hang out with Marcus Stroman for an hour and get, I don't know exactly what he's going to do, but I think he's done this before, so we'll just let him do his thing with these kids.
We talked about that on the podcast that we did with them. We said we should have the kids come out here one time. So who knew that dream would be realized? So that's cool.
As soon as we get that bus booked, it's Monday already.
Oh my.
It was hard to get a bus. It's hard to get a lot of things like during this event. With the supply chain issues.
Don't you have a bus?
I do.
Yeah. That's like 8.
It's not that big.
Oh,
it's big. It's just not that big.
We could do like 7 trips.
I'm game.
So anything else we need to add to this? If you're driving into the party right now, you're gonna have a great time. William said we were going to talk about. William, what have we been doing today? Go ahead, Nicole. What have you been doing?
I want to talk a little bit about, because I've been to a number of your parties. I don't have the number, but a lot of them. The amount of work that is put into this beforehand, and not just by you. You do. Well, you didn't do a lot today, but you normally do.
Oh my gosh, dude! I'm like ready for bed.
He's exhausted. But just the sheer volume. How many volunteers did you get to sign up for this event?
Oh my gosh, we've got about 25 volunteers, and even pulling together the volunteer meeting. Stu, how many conversations did you and I have about which volunteers are going to have what job, and they've done things in the past.
Too many.
Just things like that. We're then organizing the volunteer meeting at Club 400, and the food, and the going through the checklist of who does what and when and where.
Right. And then that's just one
thing.
Tiny
and then
component of it. And then
T-shirts and the swag bag. You guys, if you're coming, if you paid for a ticket, you're going to get a swag bag. We've got an autographed Marcus Stroman baseball. We've got these sweet Club 400 keychains, a Club 400 vinyl, like a car vinyl that goes on your windshield, so you can take it off and on if you change your mind. Like, I'm a little indecisive, so I would change my mind. And then we've got maybe some HDMH bracelets. Yeah, those are coming. Maybe even I think we might have a water bottle from the Lost Boys. Yep. So organizing all that and just ordering the bags to hold the swag.
Everything.
And then what people don't see, like we had one night. It was the night of the meeting. It was early before the meeting. People were over here putting tickets. Those of you who've been to parties before know you wear a lanyard with a ticket in there. Beautiful tickets, by the way.
Brandon Ort,
and of course,
awesome guy.
They didn't really fit perfectly in the plastic,
tight,
so it was a little bit of an effort.
Ticket lube, ticket lube. I think it was what we called it.
The jokes. Oh my gosh, you couldn't say anything without it turning.
Courtney, Kimmy, Crawley,
Mary was here.
Yeah,
we had Dee Dee,
Carlos,
Chuck, Sam was here. William Guerin, I know he was there.
I was here, yeah, that night. Anyway,
Megan, Vinny.
So all these people were helping
put
tickets into plastic things. That took a while to get that done. Today we were putting baseballs into the plastic thing and into a box. I mean, all this stuff.
That was the thing, yeah. Like we got the baseballs, and then I was like, Nicole, we can't just leave them in the boxes, I'm like, we got to buy cases for them. I mean, I don't want to spend that money because, like I said, everything's gone up in price. But, one thing I always will tell you guys is, people that come to Club 400 is I want you to, feel like you get your money's worth also. I believe in a win-win situation. Win-win that you come, and win-win you have a good time and you get your money's worth. And at the same time, because, we're giving everything away, that we can raise this much kind of money. So I've always talked about the win-win situation because I want you as a guest to come out here and feel like, man, that was worth my money. And you know what? I got an autographed baseball. I got a picture. I got food and drinks for 3 hours. I saw entertainment. It's just, there's a whole bunch of it. So, I mean, trust me, it's hard. I know with inflation and tickets are expensive and stuff like that, but I think you're gonna get your values worth like you do at every single Club 400 party.
It's literally a full package experience.
Right.
Even if you took like 3/4 of what you just listed, that would still be amazing. But literally with Club 400, it's covered everything.
Yeah.
Like you cannot leave an event without being like that.
Blown
was
away.
Awesome.
You're blown away.
Yeah.
You are.
You're absolutely
You are.
blown away. But the amount of, I'm going to harp a little bit more on the amount of effort and stuff. We're here today. You got like 3 or 4 calls of people telling you about potential raffle items for the raffle. Great, because obviously
live silent auction.
Yeah, guess what? Somebody's got to go get those, And it's just, I mean, you two guys especially are just like running around like chickens, and it's just starting today, and it's gonna
all week long. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be nuts.
But I know, we got the rental stuff coming early. That makes it easy.
Well, you've learned
We've-
a lot since you started. I mean, it was probably just you and your mom pulling it together, and Lisa before, and
Right.
now at least you do have a list of people and other people that can come and help out and all that kind of thing. But it takes a lot of people to pull this off, and
It
but
does.
so much, like you said, Nicole, just like the joy and the it's unlike it, there's nothing like it.
No.
And how many of the players have told you that? So there's players that have played on other teams, and they're like, "There's nothing like this anywhere. This is incredible."
The whole
The
concept.
players are
though.
saying that,
Yeah.
Right.
which is really
And,
like
thanks to Frank Schwindel and Patrick Wisdom, who
those guys
they
are rock
got it.
stars.
They
Yeah.
some people
They
get it,
did.
some people don't get it. They got it. They get it. That's why we're
Well,
they're supporting us, man, and I
and
appreciate it.
in defense of the people that you might say don't get it, I mean,
They're busy. They got a lot of things going on.
Rizzo's gotten to a point where he has to have people walking around him or whatever. Like he
Right.
can't.
He's getting skinny, by the way.
I
I-
saw
what
that.
is
I
he-
noticed that. He's
What the
dropped
hell?
some weight.
Huh? What's he eating?
He
Is there something wrong with
did.
him?
He's not eating no pasta. He's in New York and he's not eating no pasta.
But you know what though? It might be being a good thing because he is on fire. He's doing well. The Yankees.
Yeah,
He's kind of
but-
quieted down lately, hasn't he? William?
Yeah, a
little
little
bit,
bit.
yeah.
A little bit.
I'm a little bit nervous though
But
because he
he's-
looks too skinny.
Looks too skinny.
Well, I don't know about that,
Okay,
but he's looking good. He's looking good.
she doesn't know
She's
about
going
that.
back. She's going back to he's looking good. I saw.
He's Italian. I mean, I just
saw.
can't-
Yeah, he's
Does he-
Italian.
is he-
Nicole's
I just-
Italian. We all know
that's what
that.
I know. I know.
Does he
I know.
look
She's
better
sucker.
than wisdom is what I want to know.
Yeah, better than wisdom.
Oh no!
Oh no,
Don't go wash your mouth out.
no.
No.
I don't know.
Salsa
I'm a
King
guy.
of Chicago is going to be here in the
Salsa
tent.
King, best salsa
What?
ever.
So go try the salsa. Best salsa
I
around.
can-
Yeah, I went to Kenosha
Oh, you,
to go get some salsa.
you did.
Nice.
I did.
I'm
I was-
out of salsa.
Yes, I
Marty,
went
I'm
all
out
the
of
way.
salsa for the first time.
Yes, it was
You know what?
fantastic.
That's Crystal Lake.
I know.
Hello?
I need to go there.
That's
It's not
our
that far.
closest
I drove
place.
all the
I
way to
know.
Kenosha.
I know.
You could
Marty,
drive to
you.
Crystal
Yeah,
Lake.
Marty. I don't. You gave me enough salsa, so I'll just go by my
I
own.
do have your cooler though. If you're looking for it, Marty, I still have that. A previous event, but
Want to shoot a special shout out too. While I remember to Larry Lozar, Courtney's father, donated an ice machine to Club 400 Chicago.
that's awesome.
Way to go, Larry.
So that
Lar.
Scotsman, a guy, I actually went to Scotsman's factory, which is North American headquarters, and a beautiful place they have there. That's all they deal with is ice. They're just strictly an ice company, and all kinds of commercial ice machines, residential ice machines.
Can you get
Larry's head up that. And by the way, he's real shout out to him. He is actually retiring.
Yeah. Can you get before he goes? Can you have him make Club 400 Ice Cube
I'll have to check that out. Yeah.
custom?
So yeah, I mean,
No.
what we got HDM. Wait, so we have 3 tents out there, Nicole. We have HDMH
Foundation, yes.
Foundation. Where they're going to get some awesome Marcus Stroman swag.
Yep.
How about Club 400 Lager?
the
Are we
club-
gonna have any of that?
Actually, Crystal. I'm funny you should ask that, William. Crystal Lake Brewery is putting a tent up in the backyard. They're going to have like 3 or 4 beers to choose from.
Oh, Fox
Club 400
Record?
being one of them, by the
Talk
way.
about the package deal. You don't have one beer. We've got like all these great
We
ones.
got great craft beer.
Come
And by
on.
the way, special shout out to my guy Ryan Clooney, who had some surgery. He's the beer master,
He
the
is
brew
the
master
beer-
at Crystal Lake Brewery, and he's going. He had some major surgery, but he's doing good. He's on the mend, and so we just want to shoot. I don't know if he listens, but if he does, once in a while he
he's a
does. He has listened
He's a
before. Yeah.
listener.
Plus, he's like laying around right now, so maybe he'll listen to this one. So,
First
Ryan,
time
I love you, my brother.
First time caller, long time listener, Ryan Clooney, the beer master, brewmaster.
The brewmaster.
He's
Yeah.
a brewmaster.
Yes.
And of course,
Another great show.
Chaz
You might wanna
Herdrick. Thank you guys to Chaz Herdrick. Also, Lake in the Hills for working with us, giving us our permits and everything.
You're going to cover all the tents. We got
So we got the we have the Crystal Lake Brewery tent. Mm-hmm. We have the Salsa tent. We have the Club 400 apparel tent where you can get your awesome, obvious shirt with the Stro Show. And we got awesome hats. What else we got?
and we got event T-shirts.
event T-shirts.
with our great Brandon Ort logo.
We might
That
be
looks
surprised.
fantastic.
We might be surprising you. You might want to go there and check it out early. We might be selling some Stroman autograph stuff.
Maybe.
But
We're not.
We're working
gonna
on
sell.
it.
Hey, the
Yeah.
only thing we're going to do different though in this party that we probably should make a note of is that we're not doing autographs.
No autographs.
No autographs.
That's part of the reason why you're walking out with a swag bag with the
Yes.
autographed Major League Baseball signed on the sweet spot by Marcus Stroman.
So shout out, but don't bring anything for Marcus to sign.
And you don't want
he
to carry it
ain't
around
gonna do
anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not going to sign it. You know
So
what?
we got you covered.
And I think we talked about this on the last pod. He did not want anything to do with. He wanted to be a part of the event. He didn't want to just feel like he was working the event.
Right.
You know?
Which makes him even more awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, he's awesome.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're leaving with an autograph, but you're leaving with a picture. So you still got your picture.
Right.
So you got everything you would want. But it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Anything else you guys got to add? What do you think?
I don't know. Are you ready? The question is, are you ready?
I'll tell you what. We got
Physically, I think you look a little broken down.
Friday.
Do you have time to recover?
He's looking a little old.
Dude, I went
over
up
there.
and down like the stairs like
I
50
know you
times
did.
today. I feel like my calves are bigger than they were when I woke up. And that's always the case. Up and down the stairs whenever it's event time, you know. But I'm
all
ready.
right.
I'll be ready to go by Friday. And you know, the nice thing is we have 3 days off.
Oh, right.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So it's a Memorial Day weekend. That's cool. You know, get to come down from the event and then put it away for a while. And obviously, that's the thing. When the people leave Friday night, we still got to close this event out. We still got to, you know,
Lots of stuff to
a
do.
lot of stuff to do. So, I mean, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's just the party when you leave here. We're not done with it. We're not done until the last bill's paid, till the last check's cut, and so.
And just remember, you too can be a part of that volunteer corps. Just call Nicole.
That's it.
She'll add you not for this one, but for the future parties.
Oh, we're always
She'll
looking
add you
for
to the
help.
list.
Yeah, we're looking for
gladly.
we're looking to do a volunteer crew that stays with us.
Yeah.
Consistent. It's
Consistent,
easier
yeah.
on our end.
Yeah, then
behind
everybody
the
knows the
scenes.
jobs.
Everybody knows
you
their
know.
job,
We've
yeah.
been through, we've had a whole entire different crew in the past.
And
you know.
you get free admission.
Yeah, you get free
I mean,
admission.
how
You get
cool
guest
is
passes.
that?
Does Vinny listen to the show?
Vinny, I don't think he does.
Okay, Vinny, if you're listening to the show, I do have a job for Friday night.
He was
tell
a
you-
little worried.
I'll tell you when I get here, or when you get here.
So,
He's a little worried about that.
so other than that, let's talk about the Cubs and then we'll get off the air here. But they're going to be basically a 500 team this year. They're not going to be that good. I mean, I love the guys.
I'll tell you what,
I do
there's
like
some
this team.
encouraging stuff.
Some good guys on the team.
Yeah, there's some good guys on this team, good core of guys, and there's a lot of talent coming up, as we know.
Yeah, we got a lot.
Firsthand.
Yeah, I just I posted something on social media the other day, and it's just going to the games nowadays, paying for the tickets, paying for the beer, paying for the hot dogs, paying for the parking, and the Cubs have one of the highest ticket prices in Major League Baseball, and I just think it's been empty for the most part. Wrigley Field has been. There's been a lot of empty seats, and as a season ticket holder. When I put my season ticket on StubHub and I want 50% less than what's worth and I can't get it, there's a problem. There's a really big problem.
The question is the problem, though, more the product on the field, or is it the economy right now, which is in the shitter? I mean, let's face it. Everybody out there is struggling.
Well, but this is the thing, though, because as far as I know, the tickets they're not going down.
They're not.
And that's the problem.
But nothing is going
Right, but
down.
if you have a team that's not performing as you
Right,
would
exactly.
Then
hope,
you're paying big
and
time
then you
prices.
have inflation, and then
Right.
everything's going up.
that doesn't.
Then I think there needs to be adjustments, and they're not.
There's a thing in the formula there.
It
Yeah.
is.
Something's
Something's
be
not
done.
connected.
There's something needs to be done. And bottom line is, the Cubs have done this before. They come out with these special promotions, and they come out with special ticket prices. It just irks the season ticket holders. So, you're doing
Right.
all these awesome
Right.
things. You're
What are
not
you gonna
including the
do for
season
them?
ticket holders.
Right.
And I've been a season ticket holder for a long time, but
You have to.
I just don't know. I don't know how long I'm
You
going to be
have
one.
to start there, by the way. If you're going to do some kind of special thing, you got to start with season ticket holders and then work
They're
your way
your
to
most
everybody
faithful.
else.
Those
Right.
that's automatic income
Right.
every single year.
Absolutely. And they look at it, unfortunately, like we already got that income
Yes.
from them, so we don't have to do anything. But that's not the case.
No, you got to make them happy.
Because you're going to start losing those people pretty quickly if you don't do something. Something needs to be done. I don't know what it is. 10-cent beer night.
Just lower the prices of beer and hot dogs and pop and
I'll tell
hot
you
dogs
what.
and
Dollar hot dog
water.
nights.
How about, why am I paying $10 for a water?
That's stupid.
I'll tell you what.
Jesus.
Here's the plan.
Hot dog is like, it's a hot dog. It doesn't have to cost $8.
Here's a plan. We just get them Club 400 lager cans, $5.
I love it.
It's going to undercut the bud, unfortunately, but you know what?
All right, Tom, you hear us? That's what we're doing.
$5 for the Club 400 lager. Now at least you're and those are good for every inning, right? As
Beer made for all 9 innings.
All 9 innings. So you're at least saving $50, $60 on that. There's your savings right there.
Yeah. You just solved the problem.
Yeah. Done.
Club 400 beer.
Cubs should hire you, William.
Club 400 Ballpark Lager is a beer for all 9 innings. Take me out to the ball game. This crisp, easy drinking lager is perfect for a summer day amongst the bricks and ivy. Crafted at Crystal Lake Brewing, this beer is clean and refreshing with minimal bitterness so that you can celebrate a W in style. From Club 400, Cubs fans helping Cub fans. This baseball brew can be found at most places that sell beer in Northwest Illinois or from Crystal Lake Brewing. Beer master Ryan Clooney. Enjoy a beer or 6-pack today, and please remember to drink responsibly.
Yeah, most importantly.
Hey, you guys heard we have new competition in the podcast game.
Who?
Oh, dear.
Donde?
Congratulations to Crawley. He
Oh,
got his
yeah.
he's got his new podcast coming out. Fly the W podcast.
Oh, it's his own?
Well, you didn't hear about this?
No.
Where the heck have you been?
No.
Under
he
a
doesn't
rock.
Talk to me.
He's actually like a score employee now. He's got like
He's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, he got creds for the
Street
Fergie
cred
Jenkins.
is how you say it, Stu. It's street cred.
No, he got real credentials to go inside
Like-
the Fergie Jenkins
Really?
ceremony. He was like part of the media.
He was like official.
Mr. Crowley.
Yeah.
I know. And
Wow.
Crowley's doing our Q&A.
Yeah,
with
which is
Stroman.
perfect timing.
Yeah. He deserves it.
Special shout out to Crowley for kickstarting this forward. He was the one who contacted the HGMH Foundation, and
He totally got it rolling.
yeah, he got it rolling, and we wouldn't be having this party if it wasn't for Crowley. So if you guys ever know anybody to get a player out here, and you got connections or whatever, I don't have all the answers. I got a good phone book, but like if you ever have an idea and you want a certain player to come out and you got a contact with them, we're going to make it happen. There's a lot of guys who still want to come out here. Work on a couple right now. But I'm just concentrating on this Friday night and just have a great party for the Lost Boys and HGMH and Marcus. I want him to come out and be like, I'm so glad I went out there. That's always my goal.
All right. Sounds
So
good.
we will see you Friday night. If you didn't buy a
I can't
ticket,
wait.
I mean, I don't know what you were thinking, but
You're going to have serious FOMO.
yeah.
That's going to be bad.
And then we're all gonna have Marcus Stroman autographed baseballs, which is gonna be awesome. So, William, what's this?
We're out.
We're out of here.
It's
Yep.
a
Exit
song
song.
dedicated to Crowley.
Cub fans helping Cub fans. We are. See you Friday. Club 400. Marcus Stroman. Lost Boys. HGMH Foundation. Can't wait. We'll be there.
I'm ready.
Take care, guys.